What's up guys, Maniacs here, and welcome to the alpha demo for Anime Studio Simulator. Now, this game just popped up today on itch.io, and this is a new game that's actually in greenlit phase of Steam right now, and it's also got a big Kickstarter going for this game. Now, this is a visual novel slash Anime Studio Simulator in its own way. Now, what I mean by that is it kind of takes elements from just like a regular visual novel that you would play with this type of thing, but it also adds in aspects of like Game Dev Tycoon. There we go. Couldn't speak that word for whatever reason. Anyway, if you guys know that there's a bunch of different things that you have to do in that game. If anybody's ever watched any videos or played the game itself, you have to deal with a lot of different factors, especially when it comes to designing a game yourself. Now, in this game, you play as the director. You are the guy on the right. I do not believe you can name your character. I think he has his own name. But apparently, the girl on the far left, her name is Yukari, I believe. And she wants to create her own anime during the summer vacation. And somehow she gets the funds to do this. And then you're the director, and you have all of these other girls that can actually do, like there's sound directors, there's level designers, stuff like that. And you have to manage their time in order to make sure that they are able to meet their deadlines. Now, I don't know exactly how long the alpha demo is, and in this game, you more or less start with a certain amount of funds, and then you go from there and you build your world, just like Game Dev Tycoon. In the alpha demo, it's actually random. Like, I guess there's a couple different amounts of money and a couple different skill sets that you can actually unlock just by playing it. So it's just the alpha demo, but when the full game comes out, you'll start at a certain point, and then you work your way up to getting better. I don't know exactly where the alpha demo drops you into the game itself. All it's really supposed to do is give you the fundamentals and kind of show off the game and what it's supposed to do, but it looks really cool. You guys know that A, I love anime, B, I love visual novels, and C, the fact that I can play a game that kind of combines both of those and also design an anime, which hopefully that'd be kind of cool if you could watch it, but I don't think you actually can. Design an anime and play it? That's cool. I want to check this out. I want to see what it's about. So let's see if I can actually play the game and not fail terribly at it. Now, welcome to the demo version of Anime Studio Simulator. For our music, we have a few pieces composed from our original soundtrack, while the rest of them are royalty-free placeholders. Okay, so cool. The demo version covers the events of the game up till week 3, with a total of 12 weeks planned for game's release. We hope you... Okay, that's just a demo. Alright, well, that answers my question of where it actually is. Okay. It's the day after high school graduation. Yukari, I was right, Yukari's mind is already filled with plans for how she'll spend vacation. For many people, it's a time to relax, prepare for higher education, or pursue jobs for her. It's a time to make her greatest dream come true. She just needs to find the right people to help her. Miyumi, over here! She waves to her best friend, who crosses the room and joins her at the table. I got your message. What's up? I found a character artist for our anime project. That's great! Before long, we'll have a whole team together. Yukari smiles as her closest friend, Mayumi, was the first person she'd asked to help her create an anime. With her love of music, she volunteered to be the sound director right away. I think that would be so cool. I would love to work for a game studio. Who is the artist? Her name is Yuko. I haven't met her in person yet, but I'll be seeing her tonight. Good luck. If you need anything, just give me a call. Thanks. We just need a few more people and we'll be ready to do this. Yukari double checks the address. She's at the right place. A little nervous, she looks around the stylish restaurant. Hi, Yukari. That's right. Are you Yuko? No, I'm her sister, Sumiko. It's nice to meet you. I'm Yuko. Good to meet the both of you. Yuko, your art is fantastic. I'd love it if you helped create the characters for my anime project. Yuko blushes with a shy smile, and Sumiko shakes Yukari's hand enthusiastically. I can't wait to work together! You want to join the team? Well, Yuko said you need a background artist. You're an artist too? That's great! Let's sit down. I'll tell you two a little bit about my ideas. Yukari walks down the street, deep in thought. 3 days have passed since she met Yuko and Sumiko. She's already put them in touch with Mayumi, and they all met up once to discuss their ideas. Everyone is excited about the project. Yukari almost has an entire team together. She'll direct her own anime. It doesn't seem real. Excuse me. Soon, her dream will come true. Oh, I guess that's me. Oh, I guess I'm Shunsuke, I think is how you pronounce his name. I don't know, I believe the developers for this game are, they're based in Taiwan, so some of the names obviously are going to be like Chinese. I believe they're Japanese. Hopefully they are. If not, I understand that there's a lot of different, there's a lot of different dialects and stuff like that out there. I don't know exactly, I hate to sound like a stereotypical, always calling a Japanese name Chinese or vice versa, but I just generally don't know, so I'm just going to kind of stick with what I kind of guess from it. But if I pronounce a name wrong, don't hate me for it, guys. It's really hard to pronounce some of these names, especially being a dumb American. But anyway, you're Yukari, aren't you? Lost in her thought, it takes Yukari a moment to realize the boy is talking to her. She blinks at him. She recognizes him from school, but they never spoke.
Yes, you're Shunsuke, right?
Yeah, I would go with yeah, in my opinion. Yes, who goes just yes, period. I would go with yeah, and maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I heard a rumor you're making your own anime. Now he has her attention.
That's right. Why?
I've mainly written fan fiction, but I'd love to work on an original anime story. Do you need a writer?
Absolutely. We're still searching for a writer for our anime.
Could you tell me more about the project? About your project? I would say about the project. I don't know. I'm just going with, I'm trying to say it as best the game actually has it. My chair is falling down for some goddamn reason. How the game has it, but I'm just kind of reading it how I would read it, I guess you could say.
Sure.
As they discuss the anime, Yukari's excitement grows. There are many details they'll need to go over, but she has a feeling she's found her writer.
Everyone, I have great news to share about our anime project. After planning for the past few weeks, I'm glad we finally have some news.
What's the news? You look really excited, so I guess it's related to our funding.
That's right, I managed to secure enough funding from investors for us to start the anime project. I've also rented a studio for us to work in.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
That's awesome, although I'm curious as to how you convinced them, since we don't have any concrete work to show. Well, that's complicated. It's a long story, but what's important is that we can finally get started on our dream, right?
Directing her own anime is Yukari's greatest dream. Funding puts her dream one step closer to reality. She can hardly breathe from excitement. I agree. Getting funding was one of our biggest hurdles. If we take into account that only 5 of us will be working on the project, we'll probably never be able to finish it without funding. That would get super expensive. I mean, you have to pay for everything in that type of scenario.
Not to mention that we have to outsource the animation work too, which can be very expensive, even though the animators aren't well paid. For now, let's celebrate our funding. We'll start working on the project next week. Our journey will be long and tough, but I believe we can pull through it together. Yeah, that's the details. We can wait. Let's celebrate.
At Mayumi's declaration, everyone cheers. Everyone excitedly discusses their hopes and dreams for the upcoming project. Name your anime. Oh, crap. Okay. Anime poster art. Okay, so this is the studio. So all of this game has its own music, and obviously you guys already read that part, but it also has its own dialogue and its own writing and everything like that. But it also has artwork and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if this classroom is something built from the actual engine, but I don't believe I've ever seen anything about those pieces on the left. Anyway, name your anime. Oh, God. Okay, this is... Oh, man. I am a stickler for... Fuck it, I'm gonna go with this. Dragon Lyed. Now, anybody doesn't know, I got the dragon part from a show called Dragonauts, and I got Lyed from a show called Elfen Lyed. Two shows are, well, Elfen Lyed is super fucking brutal. Like, very bloody, all of that stuff. But again, I don't know what kind of actual anime I'm making. I don't know in this game if you can actually... I know that you have to task your people with working on the particular anime. You have to set up, like, timing of what they're going to work on, whether they're going to work on story, sound design, stuff like that. But I don't know if you actually get to steer the game towards, like, what direction it's actually going to be. I don't know if it's just a set project in the end, because in a game, again, I'm kind of going back to it, but I'm guessing this is kind of where they got the points from it, was Game Dev Tycoon. You can design, okay, I want to make an RPG game, and then you can make the title. So I'm curious if, I don't know how it's going to work in this game. I don't know if it's going to get changed. No idea. We're going to find out here in a minute, but that's why I'm like, I don't know what to call it, because I don't know what it's going to be yet. And I would much rather have an idea before I make a name. Like, if anybody ever thinks of, oh, I have a story, I have this story, I have this world that I want to create, but usually the title is one of the last things you design about it, at least in my opinion, in my particular way of designing something like that. That's how I would design something like that. So, that's just personally me. Some people, they could go from a title and work a story from there, but for me, I would rather write the thing out and then make a title for it. Dragon Lyed sounds great. Let's go from the basics of the game. Wait, what? This is the game actually telling me how to do. This is our new studio. This is their new studio where they would be working hard to produce Dragon Lyed within 3 months. You'll be managing everyone, keeping tracks of their status to manage their stress levels that could hinder the progress on Dragon Lyed. Tasks can be assigned to each member for 2 times a week. You'll eventually have to outsource work, and it is a good idea to send your team members for training occasionally. Okay, which difficulty? We're gonna go with casual, because I don't want to be totally boned while I'm playing this. You've chosen casual to create on. Okay. So I am week 1. I have $20. All right. This is where you'll oversee the production of Dragonlaiad. The deadline for Dragonlaiad will be during week 10. The most important task is to select tasks for your team members under tasks. After you've done that, click the done button. Okay. In this demo, the choices you make in the game won't affect the stats for the characters of the anime. When the game is released, the choices will... Okay, so basically what it's saying is when I tell a character to just do nothing but work, it's not going to increase their stress in the demo. But obviously when the game comes out, you have to deal with all of that stuff. Again, same thing with Game Dev Tycoon. I don't think you ever actually have to worry about your character, like the main character, but when you start hiring other people on, you have to actually send them on vacation at times because otherwise they get so stressed out that they can't work correctly. Ben, very cool. It takes that stuff into account. For now, I've randomly generated stats for your teams. Okay, it's basically good luck. Okay, so let's go to tasks. Okay, select some tasks for your... Okay, raise funds. Read books. What can I look at my members' stats? Okay, so your proficiency isn't great. Their stress is okay. Okay, so... Anime status. The story is doing okay. Character development is awful right now. And I need some voice acting. So, and this is outsourcing, okay? You can upgrade stuff. Oh, it's only like $2. Nah, that's okay. Alright, let's go to task. Alright. So her is more or less just building that stuff. So I'm going to actually have her read some books. Read books for knowledge, okay? Yes, I want you to do that. And Yuko, I need you to character design. Character design was very failing, so let me go back to... Okay. Character design was bad. Background is actually doing okay, so I might just have her proficiency. I'll have her do that. Mayumi, how is the sound? Voice acting, soundtrack, OP, okay, so we're definitely gonna have you do some composite music. And when it comes to story, the character development is awful. So I'm gonna have you storyboard some stuff. Okay, so... How do I tell them to go? Oh, there we go. I just hadn't clicked on it, and then I can click done. Okay, on Monday, Yukari gathers everyone together at the studio. It's time to discuss and finalize the details about Dragonlaiad.
So, what type of anime is Dragonlaiad again? We've been talking about it for weeks, and you still don't know. I was listening to music.
Every time it came up.
I have a lot of music. Don't worry about it. To clarify, for Mayumi's sake, Dragonlaiad is...
Oh, great! Awesome! Oh, great, I can make a harem anime? Awesome. Oh, God. Okay, what do I want to make? I think it's going to be a shonen. I really like old school style ones, so I'm going to go with shonen.
Okay, I can't wait. Now that we have our studio, let's assign desks. Yuko and Sumiko should take the 2 desks beside one another. Besides, we're sisters, right? Well, I was thinking because you're both working on the art. Yuko will be designing the characters while Sumiko will be drawing the backgrounds.
You decided we should outsource the animation, correct?
Yeah, if we try to handle the animation ourselves, I bet it would turn out wonderful. Is there anything else? Is there anything you don't think is wonderful?
So, designing the animation, that's the hardest part when it comes to a lot of anime studios. Actually, a weird thing is, like, 80% of anime studios, most of them don't even do the animation themselves. They actually will build the story, they'll build the characters, do all of this stuff, the character designs, everything, and then they ship it off to a company, and they're like, okay, you do it. Because they're the ones that actually have to take the drawings and stuff like that, put them in order, and then do it however they actually do it in the story. I don't know how anime, like, especially now, like anime and how they do everything, I'm sure it's way more sophisticated, but how anime used to be, it was more or less one picture at a time, and it would just like a flip book, I guess you could say, and they would have to design it in the same scenario. So a lot of companies, there's actually specific companies based in like Japan and stuff like that, that will literally just, that's all they do. So that stuff is really cool to me, but I guarantee that's tedious as hell. Okay.
Yes, thunderstorms, although sometimes they're so pretty. I rest my case.
Mayumi giggles and runs to the desk in the corner of the room.
I'll take this one. I suppose Shunsuke gets a desk on the other side of the room. You two better take those desks because the middle one is mine. Also, Mayumi, since the sound director won't have much to do in the planning phase, you can help me out with some paperwork for now. Okay. Shunsuke, how far along is the scenario for Dragonland?
I finished writing it a few weeks ago. Actually, last weekend I completed the edits, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Sweet, let me have a look.
Shunsuke hands over his copy of the scenario. She smiles more with each page as she reads.
It's perfect! It's exactly the way I envisioned it. What did the rest of you think?
Yukari passes the draft to Sumiko. Yuko reads over her shoulder, and Mayumi runs from back. Wow, can't talk! And Mayumi runs back from her desk to read it as well.
I love it! Looks good to me. Yes, it's very nice. Now, down to business. At our current rate, and considering our funding will probably last 1 or 2 months before we get kicked out of this room. That won't exactly be a pleasant experience. Maybe we can finish up...
Wow.
Maybe we can finish up before then, but I think it's a wise idea to raise additional funds. It helps...
I can't talk today! What the hell?
It helps that we're bootstrapping, plus none of us will get paid a single cent until the project comes to fruition. Why do you sound so happy about not being paid? Because it's already reduced our cost by over 70%. Wow, can you imagine in the day and age getting a group of people to work on an anime project for free? It's insane! You're talking about US. We're not insane.
You're talking about us. We're not insane. Can't talk today. Literally can't.
If we were, would we know?
It's not insanity. We don't have any real living costs since we all still live with our parents. Besides, we just graduated. We have nothing better to do. God! We have nothing better to do. Cannot talk today. If we didn't have this, we'd probably just goof off until university starts. Working on this sounds a lot more exciting.
All right. Let's not go too far off topic.
I don't know. Where did the far come from?
It's time to get to work. What should we focus on today?
Let's go ahead and work on that stuff because the other stuff can come later. Granted, we do still need to work on the refining, and I'm really curious as to why the music stopped right now.
Yuko and Sumiko start sketching designs for Dragonland. Yukari delegates tasks to the others, and everyone begins
working. Wow, that was an actual scenario thing. Although the others have their tasks set out for them, Yukari realizes there isn't much she can do in this stage in the process. The same goes for Mayumi. Yukari paces in frustration. She can't sit around and do nothing. After taking a moment to think of possible things she can do to help, Yukari decides to network with people, read books about management. How about network with people? Why not? Excuse me. It's the third day of work on Dragonland. Yukari looks around the studio and can't help but grin. The team is hard at work. Dragonland will be reality. This is exactly what she always dreamed about.
But Yukari, want to go to lunch? What? Now? Yeah, the last 2 days you barely ate. Is it really okay for me to leave? I'm the director.
Shunsuke looks up from his work. The rest of us take lunch breaks. Logically, you can too.
But... Oh, go on. We promised not to burn down the studio.
Their reassurances help her set aside her guilt.
Well, alright.
Oh, we're back at this place. The cafe is crowded, but they're still able to find a place to sit without much difficulty.
So, what does it feel like? Huh? You're an anime director now. Ha! Yeah.
Wow, that was a terrible laugh.
Yeah, I guess I am. It still feels unreal. I have a lot of responsibilities if I want to make Dragonland a success. Don't forget to relax now and then. What makes you say that? Hey, there's no way they'd actually burn anything down, right? If you're taking Sumiko's jokes seriously, you definitely need to relax. Maybe you're right.
She leans back in her seat and puts her worries out of her mind. One thing is certain, she can always count on Mayumi to make her feel better. When they return, the studio is quiet. The other three are still hard at work.
See? Nothing burning. Aren't you going to have lunch too? Yuko and I brought our food from home. As for Shunsuke...
She lowers her voice to a stage whisper.
I think maybe he's a vampire.
I heard that!
And I
ate earlier.
Sure you did.
You really don't think I ate?
I've never seen you eat.
I eat!
Prove it.
You need proof? Well, just you wait.
I'm waiting, but nothing's happening.
Yukari clears her throat. They cut off their argument and look at her. Both look sheepish, although not quite as much as they should.
We've got an anime to work on, remember?
Aye.
Fine.
Ridiculous as it was, their argument gives the studio a lighthearted atmosphere. The rest of the day is punctuated by Sumiko's waving crosses at Shunsuke and shoving her compact mirror in her face to check his reflection. Seriously, Even though he seems so serious and focused, he tolerates her jokes and gives only mock-angry comebacks. Watching them makes Yukari smile. Shunsuke was the last member to join the team, so it was good to see him fitting in. The next day, Shunsuke makes good on his promise to prove he actually eats and brings enough food from home for everyone to share.
Party time! Wait, a party? What are we celebrating? Our first week in the studio.
Today's only Thursday. We haven't been here a full week yet.
Then I guess we're celebrating you not being a vampire?
What did I do to deserve this?
All right. We can have a party if you want. Yes!
There's no harm in it. After all, they're making good progress on Dragon Laird, and a little celebration will help bolster the team's spirit. After a while, however, Yukari looks around in surprise. They're missing one.
What happened to Yuko? Oh, she said she was going to the cafe. How strange.
Let's go find her. Yukari finds Yuko in the cafe at a table by herself. She has some papers with her and is sketching character ideas for Dragon Laird.
Yuko! Oh, is something wrong? No, I just wondered why you left. Oh, it was a little too noisy in the studio, that's all. I wanted to go somewhere quiet so I could concentrate.
She returns to her sketching with a smile on her face. Yukari watches her for a moment. She seems happy enough. When they first met, Yukari worried her withdrawn nature might mean she felt out of place, but oh my god, but maybe she's just quiet. Yuko lifts her head.
You don't mind me working here today, do you? No, not at all.
Wow, I don't know why I had the extra no.
No, not at all. As long as you know you're a valued member of the team and a good friend. Thank you.
Nothing to worry about then. She'll fit in with the team just fine. It's Friday. When Yukari first gathered the team to work on Dragon Laird, she made a promise with them to first meet up and have dinner together every Friday. Ever since then, they've all made it to the recruiting event without fail. What a stroke of luck that Sumiko and Yuko's family owns a classy restaurant like this. Yukari and the others can dine in style with good friends and a discounted bill. Okay, they're all eating now. That was a weird sound to suddenly hear after silence for the past 5 minutes.
The tempura in this shop is always so good. Maybe it's just because I love tempura so much. Don't lie, you're not fooling anyone. Huh? We all know you only started eating it because you watched the cooking anime. You just want to be like your favorite character who loves tempura.
Embarrassed, Yukari ducks her head.
Well, that's kind of true, in a sense. There's no kind of about it. Hey!
Anime A character name. Okay. Hey, blank.
May have introduced me to tempura, but now I really love it. I wish my favorite character introduced me to new foods.
She stirs her spoon and... why can't I talk? She stirs her spoon into her half-melted cup of ice cream and pouts for a moment, but then her expression brightens.
Speaking of characters, are our characters almost done? How close are we? I'd say we're quite close. We're not close. You can't both be right.
Oh, you can't both be right?
They just need a few minor touches here and there, and we should be good. The character designs aren't up to my standards yet. If only I was a better artist. Don't belittle yourself so much. They look great, and that's what matters. I like them, and next week we'll have everyone take another look.
When the weekend comes, Yukari finds some free time at last. She wonders if she should get more work done on Dragon Laird to take it easy for now. Have some fun. You gotta have fun every once in a while. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and set up tasks again. Let's go ahead and check out the member stats. Okay, or anime. Alright, so definitely need to work on plot. Plot is the big one. Character design is still good, and voice acting is awful. Okay, original soundtrack. Let's go ahead and composite some music. I guess I don't really need to worry about proficiency right now. Or stress or anything like that. So I'm just going to have him work on that. I'll have you do that. Character design, sure. And I still have the same amount of funds, so I don't really need to worry about that. But let's go ahead and raise some funds. Why not? And then outsource. I can outsource the anime. What do I need? I need voice acting, big time. Okay. Voice acting, yes. Oh, so it's only $1 or something like that. No, I don't need to do that. Voice acting, OPD, and character design, or character development. Character development and that. So outsource those. That will cost me some money, and I can also outsource the animation aspect of it. So I don't really know. Okay, so there's bonuses and stuff I can do. So let's go back to upgrades. Sending card to meet veterans in the anime industry to okay, so go with a professional artist. Okay, I can actually do that as well. So I guess I can do this stuff all in the same time, so I don't really need to worry about that. So she said she wanted to be a better artist, so I'm just going to go ahead and go with done, and we'll go from there and see how this one actually has. On Monday, Yukari spends some time going through the scenario for Dragon Laied. Then she gathers everyone together to look at the character designs.
I think they're fine. I don't see any major flaws. What to do?
Wow.
What do the rest of you think?
Well...
Uh-oh. Dramatic pause from Shinsuke.
I'm just gonna call him Shun. How about we go with that?
Shun, here comes trouble.
Yukari fidgets silently and braces herself. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism, but if he presents his issues with the art poorly, it could cause their team's first major disagreement. Personally speaking, the character designs aren't really what I had in my mind. I'm not saying the design is bad, but the art style doesn't go well with the scenario I wrote for Dragon Laied. We should redo these designs so they display the character's traits and fit the story better. Okay, wouldn't you have the actual character's traits and everything first and then design the characters? Why would you design the characters first and then go with why would you design them separately without ever compiling together? Like, wouldn't you create the scenario, have the story, and then add in, and then meet up? Okay, have Shun and Yuko meet together and then design the characters based off of what he's written. Isn't that how you would end up doing it? Like, not just separately and then come together in the end and be like, oh, these don't match at all.
I know the designs seem to be refined, but I can't completely redo them all. It took me a long time to get the designs right. I had trouble choosing the art style for Dragon Laied.
The ones you chose just doesn't work.
Art style and references have never been a problem for me before, but I was usually drawing fan art. I guess I need to improve fast. But if I have to redo all the character designs...
Yuko falls silent. You're worried about
the deadline, aren't you? Yes, I don't know if I can redo them in time.
Yukari should be the one to decide. She's in charge. Each side has good points, but with a limited budget and limited time, Yukari has to make this decision carefully. I would side with Yuko because he can actually... I'm going to side with her. Yuko is right. They have a tight deadline to finish Dragon Laied, and they need to make 6 episodes. They'll need to touch up the designs, but Yukari decides redoing them would cause more harm than good by setting their progress back so far. Shinsuke is deep in thought as he walks to the meeting with the advertising company. He doesn't even notice the stranger near him on the street until the man bumps into him. Watch where you go! The stranger rushes past without a word. Huh? Someone's in a hurry.
Help! That man stole my purse!
Wait a second, where's my phone? Ass lady, chase the thief? Absolutely, fuck that. No way am I letting him get away like that. Shinsuke dashes after the thief. Although the man is fast, Shinsuke is faster. The distance between them shrinks, and finally he tackles him to the ground. You're not getting away! He pins the man until the woman gets in touch with the authorities. Once the thief has been taken into custody and the stolen items returned, the woman smiles at Shinsuke.
Thank you so much. The police would have never gotten here in time.
Thank you, miss. I'm glad to have been of service. I have to go for a meeting now. Thanks again. Oh, I bet they're gonna be they're gonna know each other or something like that.
Now that we're straightened out of the scenario and character designs for Dragon Laied, why don't we try to do some pre-release marketing? Pre-release marketing? You know, like how the other anime series always start marketing early to build up pre-release hype, then we'll have people shouting.
Why can't I fucking read?
Then we'll have people shouting, we want Dragon Laied! We want Dragon Laied!
Don't worry, we don't have a budget like the companies. Don't forget, we don't have the budget like those companies have. We're lucky enough to have this investment funds Yukari worked hard to get. We can't squander that money until we have enough of our cash flow to survive.
Right, we're working free, remember? That's not something easy to forget. Do you think you can do pre-release marketing without spending money? It'd be pretty neat if we could. Marketing without money? How?
What about social networks?
Do we have those?
Not yet, but I can create pages for Dragon Laied and start some guerrilla marketing.
Guerrilla marketing?
Low cost, unconventional marketing, like a viral campaign. It will take time, integrity, but ingenuity, but not cost us money. I'm not sure if it'll work, but it's worth a try.
Seems interesting. Let's let Shinsuke try his guerrilla, whatever it is. We already have a lot to do already. Pre-release marketing was never in our plans, and we're up against a deadline. Are you sure it's okay to take even more work? What do you think, Yukari?
It's a tricky decision. Yukari thinks through the argument each of their team members made, the ways and pros and cons of each option. She doesn't want anything to go wrong with Dragon Laied. Well, he seems eager to the point where he wants to do it. So, yeah, why not? He seems like he actually wants to do it. I'll get right on it. Shinsuke creates a number of pages on social networks for Dragon Laed. He'll post updates about the project to get the attention of the community. He seemed eager that he wanted to do it, so I wonder what all the commotion's about. She squeezes through the crowd and reaches the arcade. They're holding a Dance Revolution competition.
Wow, these people are warming up really good. Wait a minute, is that the ultra rare Miku figurine? And it's only 4th prize? It looks like registration is still open.
She hasn't played in a long time, and she knows she doesn't stand a chance against the major competitors. 4th place, though, might be feasible. Why not? Why not do it? Yukari enters the competition.
Oh gosh, I haven't played this in forever. What was I thinking? Forget 4th place. I guess I'll have to settle for being the comic relief.
On Friday afternoon, Yukari meets up with Mayumi to do some research for Dragon Laed. The two of them head over to the closest anime store that they could locate.
There, that's Animate. They have a huge collection of anime merchandise for sale.
Why is the music completely dead right now, by the way? Like, it was playing for, like, the first half of the game, and then it's just dead silence. And then we had the munching earlier, but that was really it.
Are you sure this is research, Yukari? Of course, it's all for sake of Dragon Laed.
Yukari checks out Animate in several other shops. She buys some figurines and goes shopping in the name of research. Soon her arms are loaded with bags of merchandise.
Yukari, what does this have to do with research? Research? We're here to do research for Dragon Laed, remember? Oh, right, oops. Well, there's nothing wrong with a little fun, right? We can have fun and do research at the same time. It'll be a blast! Yukari and Mayumi.
Okay, so I guess that's actually not supposed to be her name. Her name's not supposed to be up there. Yukari and Mayumi spend some time looking around the store to try and figure out the latest anime trends so they can appeal to the masses with Dragon Laed. As they head home afterwards, it occurs to Yukari that maybe she shouldn't take money with her the next time she conducts research. It's time for the weekly dinner gathering again. Yukari meets up with her friends at the restaurant. Have you gotten any additional investors yet?
No, I haven't been looking around because we don't have much of the product to pitch them. It was hard enough the first time. We need to focus on creating Dragon Laed first.
Right now I think raising additional funds is more important. Running out of money halfway through the project would be a nightmare.
A goodbye Dragon Laed sort of nightmare. And we don't have to wait too long. It is so hard to get investors even interested in an idea. We tried so many times before without any luck. But don't worry, if we start now and cast our net as wide as possible, we can complete Dragon Laed with a comfortable budget.
After listening to them, Yukari understands how important it is to get more funding. While they do need a solid product to attract investors with money won't come to them on its own. Waiting for something to happen accomplishes nothing.
You're right, I'm sorry I didn't realize it before.
Unfortunately, that means it's time for her least favorite part of the job.
Next week, I'll start sending out those dreadful proposals and try to set up meetings with potential investors. Ugh!
Writing the proposals is boring and meeting with investors is even worse.
You don't have to sound so gloomy about it. Want to trade places? Not a chance. I have enough on my plate as it is. Oh, then I'll have your dessert. Wait, what? No! But you said...
While they argue, Yuko rolls her eyes and turns to Yukari.
Good luck. Remember, even though we can't go with you, you have our support. We're here for you.
We'll help with any problems that could come up. He glances at Sumiko and Mayumi, who continue to argue over Sumiko's dessert. I'm sure they agree. Yukari laughs. As crazy as her friends can be, just having them nearby makes her feel better.
Thanks, you guys are the best.
Wow, I totally didn't mess up that actual period there. When the weekend comes, Yukari decides to spend time with her friends to relax before her tough weekend ahead. She calls up. Shinsuke, why not? Yukari spends her part of the weekend with Shinsuke. It's a lot of fun. Thanks to Shun, she's able to forget her worries for a while and de-stress. When the weekend ends, she feels confident. No matter how tough it is, I have to buckle down and get those funds. Okay, so wow, definitely need some funds. So let's go ahead and raise funds again. Character sketch. Yeah, I'm just going to have you do all of that. And then we're going to outsource the, let's see what the anime. Okay, so we're actually doing really good on animation. So let's go ahead and I definitely need to do voice acting again. Voice acting. Wow, okay, so that... Oh, wait, no, we're already outsourcing those things already. Okay, so it just automatically does that again. I'll have her do that. Why not? Let's go ahead and do this.
Are you finished with the character designs yet? Not yet. Only the designs for the main cast is complete. I'm still working on the side characters. I can't seem to get them right. I feel like I'm in a creative block right now. You'll be fine. You're a really talented artist to begin with. Did you know I was already a big fan of your art before we met? I loved it for a long time. Those views and likes on your artwork shows the truth. That's only because I got lucky. What about the proposals to pitch to the investors? I wrote a few of them on the weekend. Finding suitable investors was already challenging enough. I'll be sending them out later today. Let's hope my mailbox doesn't remain a ghost town.
Her stomach tightens. If none of the investors are interested, it could be disastrous. Still, there's no sense in worrying about it. Yukari heads back to her desk and starts working when a piece of anime news catches her eye. A recent anime release by one of the big shot studios appears to be going viral, possibly due to its unique premise.
Maybe I should reach out to some of the staff there to get some guidance on how to run my anime studio. Right now, I feel like a headless chicken trying to cross the road.
Why not? They might, either you could send an email, see what happens, maybe you'll get lucky and they'll write back, you never know. The staff members are surprised to hear from Yukari, but not displeased. They give her some tips that'll be essential in the future. After lunch, Mayumi walks back towards the studio when a sign makes her freeze. Clearance sale.
No way, ABC store is closing down? Everything's half price or cheaper?
She looks at the jewelry on the display. She's had her eye on it for quite some time, but it was always too expensive before. True, her lunch break isn't long enough for a shopping spree, but a chance like this will probably never come again. Go in and browse, why not? She can't let an opportunity like this go to waste. Mayumi rushes inside.
Look at that necklace and those bangles, wow! One basket won't be enough.
1 hour later, as she leaves the store, she checks the time.
Oh no, I'm super late!
Clinging tightly to her purchases, Mayumi runs down the street.
Where have you been, Mayumi? We're all waiting for you. Well, what's in all those bags you're carrying?
She sets down the bags and tries to look innocent.
Oh, Mayumi. This is taking forever. I wish I could write a generic email and send it to all the investors instead of writing personalized ones. But everyone says generic emails are often ignored, while personalized emails have a better chance of catching their interest. That's a greater chance is what we need right now, so I shouldn't complain, I guess. It's so boring, though. I'll try calling some of them up instead.
She picks up her cell phone and dials the number for one of the potential investors. It rings and then... Thank you for calling ABC Company. Our office hours are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays. Okay, you guys can read that.
Stupid automated message.
The recorded voice lists several other options, none of which are any help to Yukari. To repeat with customer... Okay, she glares at the number and hits 0. It rings again, and the bot's voice returns. Please hold and all our customer service... Okay. High-pitched, somber chords fill the line.
Great, now I have to listen to some weird music.
The music continues until Yukari worries she might fall asleep, and then the line finally comes to life with a human voice. Hello? Thank you for calling. How may I help you? Yukari gives the operator a simple pitch describing the basics of Dragon Layed and the options in the hope she'll transfer the call to someone higher up. Dragon Layed sounds fantastic! How can we get in touch with you? Yukari quickly gives the operator her contact details. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, thank you.
Alright, have a wonderful day. We'll get back to you soon. Yukari hangs up the phone and sighs. They'll get back to her? Sure. More likely she failed her pitch once again and we'll never hear from them.
Why can't they just tell me they're not interested instead of leaving me hanging?
Yukari rubs her head. The pressure and stress is starting to get to her. She looks around the studio. Everyone else is hard at work. As much as she wants to complain to them about what happened, she knows it's better if she doesn't distract them. Wednesday. The next day, Yukari can't help but worry about Sumiko. She doesn't look well. She keeps coughing and works on her art, half slumped in her chair. When she looks up, her eyes are dull. Yukari looks around. Mayumi is intent on sorting the huge mountain of project files for Dragon Layed. Shitsuko is also working with her on the script. Yuko sits at the desk working on art. Perhaps they didn't notice yet, or it could just be that Yukari's imagination. It's just my imagination. I'll ask Sumiko if she's sick. You want to talk to her.
Sumiko, are you getting sick? You look like you should see a doctor. I'm fine. What makes you think I'm sick? Your body is honest, at least. We can't have you falling sick right now when we have so much work to do. I'll take you to the doctor. But what about my work? Losing some progress now is better than coming down with a serious illness that could jeopardize the whole project. Yes, ma'am.
Yukari takes Sumiko to see a doctor. She is indeed sick. She'll be recuperating at home for the rest of the week and won't be able to work on Dragon Layed for the next few days. Well, that sucks, but she definitely needed it.
Wow, do you smell that? What is it? It's amazing.
Hello! Sumiko and Yuko stop the sign behind the man that announces the grand opening of a new cafe, and delicious smells waft from inside the building. We're holding a special promotion to celebrate our grand opening. Would you like to try a sample of our breakfast menu?
Yes, please. Those look mouth-watering. They're really delicious, too.
Come on inside. There's plenty more on the menu. The two girls exchange glances. After all, they're on their way to the studio. I think they can head into the cafe and take a second. A little relaxation won't hurt. They follow the manager into the cafe. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful in here. Look at how many things are listed on the menu.
Let me serve you today's breakfast special.
Thank you.
2 hours later. Okay, that was way too long.
That was the best breakfast I've had in a long time. A long while.
Yuko nods and then looks at the clock on the wall.
We're going to be so late. I hope Yukari isn't angry. Well, just tell her about the cafe. A tip about a great food like this should make up for anything.
Here's a script for the pilot episode. We can get started with the episode storyboard soon, too. Let me show you... Let me know what you think. It takes Yukari a moment to realize he's speaking to her.
What? Oh, right. The script for episode 1. I'll take a look at it later. Who's working on the storyboard? Me?
If not you, who else? You're the one in charge, so you have the clearest picture of what Dragon Laied should be like.
Yes, you're right. Why did I even ask that question?
Yukari rubs her head. She feels like she's going to explode any minute now. Should she tell the others her concerns about funding? Yeah, no, you should bring that stuff up. You want to get that, like, personally for me, I would, like, tell guys, like, hey guys, we're a little screwed on money right now. Just, careful.
Hey, can I talk to everyone for a minute? What's wrong? I'm worried about the funding. I haven't found any more investors. No one seems interested.
That's not good.
I know. What are we going to do? Maybe we could have a bake sale.
A bake sale? How will we find time for baking?
Oh, right. If we find people in the community who are interested, they might help fund us. Yes, they won't be able to give us much as investors, but if we could get enough people interested, it could really help.
Like a Kickstarter. That will also take time, though.
Still, it's a possibility. Thanks, guys.
Even though they didn't come to an answer, Yukari feels better just from talking about it. Between the four of them, maybe they can find a solution.
Hey everyone, Sumiko still needs more rest. She won't be able to meet up with us tonight for dinner.
Oh, that's
too bad.
She must really be sick.
Yes, it is. It was difficult to get her to realize it, but I think I made her understand she needs time to recover.
For the first time, Yukari... Wow, I cannot talk today. I'm sorry, guys. For the first time, Yukari feels stressed, not happy when she goes to the restaurant with her friends.
Looks like we're in a pretty tough spot right now, huh? Looks like we're in a pretty tough spot now that Sumiko is ill. Yuko, can you cover for your sister until she's back so we don't fall too far behind? If we don't meet the deadline the investors set for Dragon Laied, it's all over. I'll work twice as hard to cover for her. I feel bad for her. Sumiko was so excited for Dragon Laied. She talked to me about her ideas all the time, even when we were back at home. I hope she listened to my advice about resting and isn't secretly doing work now. Sumiko's art is only one of the issues we have to worry about. We still don't have enough funding to finish Dragon Laied, and according to Mayumi, we're currently behind schedule. I wonder if we'll get everything sorted out.
Right now, it doesn't seem likely. A cold pit has formed in her stomach. Even the tempura no longer tastes good. We'll try our best. Don't be too prismatic.
What if our best isn't good enough?
Are you feeling overworked? If you're stressed, you can always talk to us. I could take some time. I could take on some more of the workload. I'm sure Mayumi could too.
Of course, just tell us what you need. I'm fine.
I'm kind of worried about you. The past few days, you've seemed very busy and frustrated.
Don't worry about me. I can cope with my workload, and I'm not too stressed out. After all, it's my role to take care of all these responsibilities.
She looks down at her food to avoid Shinsuke's gaze. He might realize she's lying. As she eats, though, she wonders if he's right. Maybe she does need to talk to someone about the worries. After everyone finishes dinner, Yukari glances at Mayumi. Confide. You gotta tell somebody. Because they're best friends is what it seems like to me. When dinner ends, everyone says their farewell and begins to leave. Yukari catches Mayumi's arm before she can go out the door.
Mind if we talk for a minute? Not at all. What's up?
Yukari waits a moment to make sure the others get far enough away so they won't overhear or double back her for something. Can't talk.
I'm really starting to worry about this. I'm not sure we can complete Dragon Laied. Of course we can. Just because we've had a few setbacks doesn't mean there's no hope. But the deadline is approaching and we're falling behind. This is my dream. It's hard to watch my dream crumble to dust. It's not crumbling. Everything will be fine. You'll see. I hope you're right. Have a little faith in my predictions. Have I ever been wrong? Haha. Okay, thanks, Mayumi. Talking to you always makes me feel better.
At last, the weekend arrives. Yukari debates how she should spend it. Ask her old friends out for a meal, work on Dragon Laied. She's really stressed out. So why Yukari asked her old friends out for a meal to catch up and also to get her opinion on Dragon Laird. End of demo for now. Okay, so that was Anime Studio Simulator. So this is a pretty cool little game. I'm sure it's going to be a lot more sophisticated. There's going to be a lot more to it once the full version or like the next build comes out. I don't know if the developers are actually going to do a beta or until the actual full release comes out. But this game is pretty cool in the sense that it's not only a visual novel, which is going to have a lot more stuff to it and everything, but it's also a simulation style game of building an anime, which I think is something really cool. I would love to work for an anime studio or anime company like that, in the sense that, granted, I don't know what I would do because I can't write, I can't draw. I guess I could do videos, but I don't know. Anyway, I just think it's really cool. Otherwise than that, I can't wait to see the full version of the game once it comes out. The writing is actually pretty good, especially for being foreign developers, and the art style, everything looks really cool, and the music is cool. It was weird how the music like completely dead stopped, like literally a quarter of the way through the game. I'm probably just gonna have the same song playing in the background because it wasn't like it was annoying or anything like that. I'll probably play something because that was literally weird how it was just dead silence throughout the rest of it. But I can't wait to see what other music they add into it. I'm sure there's gonna be more backgrounds, there's gonna be more to the game itself, and it's over a 12-week period, and that was what, 45 minutes, I guess, about 40 minutes of gameplay, and that was only the first 3 weeks, and I guarantee there's going to be a lot more in those weeks once the actual full version comes out. So, if you guys want to check this game out for yourself, there'll be a link to the itch.io page in the description below. You can also check out they have their own full website. They have their full website that actually you can go in and check out some of the gallery images and stuff for the game itself, and there's also a link to the Kickstarter for the game. If you go on there and you back the game, then you can actually get access to the full game once it comes out, stuff like that. So, and that's all the time I got for you today, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out the annotation. They're going to spawn right here for more videos that I've done, and I'll see you guys next time. Maniacs out.
Why are you here, Olivia? What's this all for if you won't even show me some compassion? Am I just an empty goal for you to reach? Eren!
Save me! Ah, Wolf!
What the fuck?
I'm surrounded. I can't escape.